Hello and welcome to the video. So the other day, this happened.
Hi, good morning. Our headlines today: a second national lockdown in England to last for a month.
And I think it's safe to say we're all thinking the same thing. No, not our gyms, not again. It has happened, the gyms are closed. We've got at least 1 month of no gyms. So in this video, I'm going to share my 7 tips on surviving the second lockdown, coming out bigger, stronger, and better than we were when we started. So let's go. So tip 1, I think we all know what it's going to be. It's going to be bodyweight training. Unless you happen to be one of those famous YouTubers who has a gigantic gym in the bottom of their house, you might be like me and have nothing. So yeah, bodyweight training is actually a fantastic way for getting stronger and gaining strength. Just take a look at gymnasts, like these guys are absolutely shredded and ripped. I think the big misconception with bodyweight training is exactly how to incorporate it and how to do it correctly. So yeah, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to do that right now. So bodyweight training, you need to train bodyweight training the exact same way you would train in the gym. So I think the big confusion comes with the way people train in the gym will be doing 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps of, like, for example, bench press, but then they'll go and do bodyweight training, they'll do push-ups and they'll just do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reps, and that's obviously not how it works. Like, if you want to gain strength or muscle, you need to train for hypertrophy, which is working in the 8 to 12 rep range. So you need to find an exercise that will create enough difficulty and resistance. For example, for push-ups, if you can do lots and lots of push-ups, which most people can do, then you could maybe try incline push-ups. If they're too easy, you could do pseudo push-ups. Like, there are many variations to work on. The key is finding the exercises suitable for where you are at this moment in time and then slowly increasing them. At the gym, you just increase the weights. In calisthenics and bodyweight training, you're going to increase the difficulty of the exercise. You can also increase the range of motion in the exercise, or you can also increase the time under tension. So there's many variables. We just need to be a bit more thoughtful with our training, but don't worry, I'm here for any questions you may have. Also, we have the internet and Google, so you can also use other sources to look into it as well. You are not on your own. One item I would suggest to make your training so much easier at home would be a pull-up bar. You can get one of those ones that you just pop on the end of your door frame. I'm actually renting a property at the moment, so I don't really want to use one in case it leaves marks on the wall. But yeah, I suggest getting a pull-up bar. Alternatively, if you happen to have a local park nearby which has like any kind of climbing frame, you can use as a pull-up bar, which is exactly how I'm going to be training as well. Also, you can get rings, are very versatile and enable you to use stabilizer muscles as well, and you can attach those to the pull-up bar. That's exactly how I'm going to be training, so I would suggest definitely getting a pull-up bar. Secondly, maybe getting some rings. But yeah, you don't even need either of these things. There are alternative ways around a pull-up bar as well. Second, I would suggest creating a program. Program is going to give you accountability and make you stick to your training. It's also going to enable you to see where you're making progress. Progress with bodyweight training can be a little bit slower or maybe even more subjective than it is to weight training in the gym. For example, in the gym, you just throw on heavier weight, heavier weight, heavier weight. But in bodyweight training, you may just say 1 week you can do 4 sets of 6 pull-ups. The next week, you might only be able to do maybe 7 sets of 6 pull-ups, or you might not even be able to do an extra pull-up, but you can do time under tension a little bit longer. You can increase the negative. Just making a note of these factors is going to help keep you motivated, make you realize that you are making progress, that you are making gains. I will be uploading my own personal workout program that I've created for myself, so online, so you can follow along at home if you wanted to do that. So if you're looking to make your own bodyweight training program, it's fairly simple. You just want to make sure you're working out in all the ranges of motion. I said this in previous videos when I said how I work out on the road. So you want to make sure you're doing vertical push and a vertical pull. For example, could be a handstand push-up and a pull-up, of horizontal push, pull, downwards push, pull, and then you're going to want to make sure that you're working the quads, the hamstrings, the calves, and the glutes in your legs, and that'll be a fully balanced workout. I'd suggest training each range of motion 2 times a week at least, and you want to be training roughly in the 8 to 12 rep range of hypertrophy. With bodyweight training, I actually like to go from 8 to 15, and then yeah, that's a pretty solid full body workout routine. Number 3, stop doing your cut or your bulk. If currently on a cut and you're dieting hard, or you're on a bulk and you're trying to bulk up for size, this is not the time. I would call it quits and maintain for the next month or so. Reason for this is if you're getting into calisthenics, if you are getting lighter, that doesn't mean you're getting stronger. So if you're doing 6 sets of pull-ups and then you lose 2 pounds and then you do 7 sets of pull-ups the following week, you haven't actually got stronger, you've just got lighter. So you could actually just be losing strength. And the same with bulking, it may be making you heavier, which could essentially make some exercises difficult. You're far better off just maintaining. Then you know that when you're getting stronger, that your weight is consistent, that you're lifting the same amount of weight so that you are actually getting stronger. How do you maintain? I've gone through this in many of my videos before, but I'll quickly just go over it again. Super quick, super easy. So all you need to do is weigh yourself every morning and then calculate your calories for the week. At the end of the week, if you have stayed the same weight, for example, if you were 70 kilos at the end of the week, you just get your weekly calories, divide them by the week, and then you know that your daily caloric intake, for example, could be 2,500. You then know that's your maintenance calories, so then just roughly eat around 2,500 calories and your weight will stay the same. Number 4, it's the perfect time to turn a negative opportunity into a positive and start working on our imbalances and weaknesses, things that we know we should work on, but it's way more fun to just bench press and do some deadlifting, which is fun, but by not focusing on imbalances, we actually make our imbalances worse. My example for me that I'm going to be working on this quarantine is going to be my pistol squat. One side I can do it fairly comfortably, the other side I really struggle to find balance. The way we work on imbalances can be through isometric movements and isometric holds, also working on negatives. Yeah, so you just want to slowly make sure, find any exercise where one side is far superior to the other, and then really work on building that weaker side up. This will benefit you when you go back to the gym because your body will be more balanced, less likely to have an injury due to an imbalance when you're squatting, for example. You're welcome. Leading on from imbalances and weaknesses, I would say this is the perfect time to get a stretch and mobility routine in place. Stretch and mobility is often overlooked. It has been for myself for the past 30 odd years, and it's something I actually take very seriously now. The more you work out, the more active you are, the tighter our muscles do get. They contract and stiffen when we exercise. So it is vital and important to stretch and loosen all these muscles off. Now also will this make us more flexible and give us a greater range of motion. It's also going to decrease the chance of us having an injury or, performing exercises incorrectly, which will then lead to injury. Easier ways to adapt this. If you're going to be stuck at home, you're maybe going to be watching a lot more TV than usual. I suggest not sitting on a comfy couch and just sitting on the floor. It sounds ludicrous to begin with, but it's such an easy way. You can sit in pigeon or just in a nice lunge position, or stretch your back out, and while you're watching TV and just really sink into that. It takes no effort whatsoever and you'll actually fairly enjoy it. You'll also notice with bodyweight training that flexibility is crucial, such for example when you're doing handstand push-ups, shoulder mobility is vital to get your shoulders up and close to your ears. So making sure you stretch will impact your bodyweight training as well. So they're kind of a caveat to one another. So use this extra time at home to really just learn your body, your imbalances, and use this time positively and productively and come out a better version of yourself. 6, diet is obviously going to be very important during this time. It's going to be very easy to slack on your nutrition, to just have loads of junk food while you're sat around the house, make yourself feel better. But I really suggest it's time you can actually learn new recipes. There are actually healthy versions of high protein, low calorie versions of pizza or lasagna or cakes and stuff like that. I will actually be releasing those very recipes in the next coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. But learn to cook, and then don't set yourself up for failure by having lots of foods that you really can't resist in the fridge. If you love chocolate and peanut butter, maybe don't have them in, just go and buy them out specifically when you want to treat yourself. Of course you can eat treats and snacks, but if you want to take your health seriously, you really should be 80 to 90% of your diet, you really want it to be good, wholesome food. It's going to make you feel better. It's also going to keep your immune system running properly against corona, which is obviously something you need to be focusing on too. Annoying as it is a serious virus that is out, and even if you're not in the even if you're not in the age range, could still get really ill from it. So you want to keep your immune system as running as effectively as possible, which leads on to number 7. Number 7 is the cardio. I know for the past years my cardio has been terrible. I've neglected it terribly. Like, I've been so focused on the outside, I've not focused on the inside, which is why I've been doing all these challenges, trying to like push myself to really work my cardio. Maybe just go for some walks outside, you know, get your fresh air in, get some running in, really work on that cardio health. Once again, that's going to build up your immune system, which is going to help you against corona, which is going to help everyone benefit, you know, work on your health and wellness, your mental state. Yeah, even try something new. For example, try skipping, maybe get into running, trail running, anything you can, whatever is on your doorstep, you know, just get outside, get some fresh air. Don't be cooped up all the day. It's not good for our health. It's not good for our sanity. Yeah, so just a quick video here today. I just want to say it's all going to be fine. Don't worry. It's not the end of the world. This time will pass. Not going to lose all your gains having a month off the gym. You can actually gain strength and get more flexible and more knowledgeable during this time. Yeah, lots of recipes and workouts coming in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. If there is anything else you'd like to see, please comment below. I'd love to help you out as any way possible. And yeah, if you've made it this far in the video, please drop it a like. If you are new, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. You're going to want to be in the hypertrophy. You need to train for hypertrophy.